What a morning here at the Roxy Pro. Round 3 continues. Lakey Petersen, world number 2, with a big opportunity to cover some ground. He's trying to track down the lead from Stephanie Gilmore. Gilmore just got knocked from the event in the last heat by a very small margin. As we're getting caught up with the start of this one, Bronte Macaulay from West Oz getting a quick left.
She kind of left it to the last moment, didn't she, Joe? But I don't know. It's a tough one. I reckon she got the score. She surfed that wave incredible under the pressure. But a new heat underway right now.
Lakey Petersen driving down the line, backhand, open face snap there, then hits it off the lip. A lot of momentum, crushing that lip section. Winding up again for another big blow in the pocket. And will just miss out on the finish. Seeing Steph getting knocked out here in round 3. If Lakey Petersen can go all the way and win this event, she'd then be sharing the Jeep Leaders jersey. Changeover, new school approaches from Hawaii, Australia, all over the world. We're filling in the spots on the top 17. This is Lakey's start, Potts.
Yeah, nice little beginning to the wave. Just taking her time, and now she starts to unload. I mean, look at the backside attack from Lakey. Now she is carrying a lot of confidence. Wouldn't that be an incredible scenario, Joe?
Coco Ho, famous for a perfect backhand with her form and technique. She used that amazing backhand skill to win her first event about 10 years ago in Portugal when she was just a rookie on tour, finished in the top 4 in the world that season. And that just was showing how that everything was changing.
Especially sitting on the beach watching what just went down in the heat before. And then Coco, as you said, Joe, one of the best backhand surfers on tour. Perfect technique from Coco.
You could just kind of hear her thinking in her mind, put the champagne away. It's not happening here. Same thing Andy Irons told me a few years ago.
But, you know, sometimes Mother Nature has other ideas. Coco up and running.
First foam climb. Tiny in the pocket, belting the lip. Hard off the bottom and a clean backside hack. She's opening up down the line. Now carving through this inside corner. Coco loving that lip line one more time, and she just sinks on the landing. First wave for Coco, 3.5.
Yeah, that's the best wave of the heat so far, Joe. She absolutely ripped that wave to pieces. Straight up and over the foam ball. Now it starts to stand up on the bank, and boom, nice and vertical. Beautiful deep bottom turn. Kind of looks like Rocky Point out there, right? She goes to town on this one all the way through the inside. Nice little jam in the pocket. And gets this little bonus inside section. Doesn't quite ride out of that last maneuver.
Yeah, that's how it was, but it was a close heat, and she surfed really well, but just cut it a little short. I think she just, yeah, she'll learn from that one, but, you know, just make this towel race exciting, and everyone likes an exciting race, right?
That's so true. I mean, you've been part of a race. I mean, what are the feelings kind of after you are fighting your own battle? You mentioned about requalification, but, you know, kind of your idea and thoughts on the title race.
Ended up doing that. It worked out really well, so I was able to just kind of let Chris and Malia do their, Steph and Malia do their thing, and yeah, I mean, she's been surfing amazing. She got that last really good wave, and that was a classic example of just being a little far out for me and not being under it.
Conlock's right. Here we go.
Setting up that frontside wrap, Bronte Macaulay. With some speed off the bottom. Frontside jam, clean. Back to the power source. Already rushing the finish.
Wow.
Little tail slide to get out of there. Looks like she's just having a fun free surf. Every single turn that she's laying down today. Just a quick check for Peterson. Meanwhile, Coco Ho, 717.
Wow. She's capable of big scores.
Coco's up again. Punches the first section. She'll step off. But out in front at the moment, Lakey Petersen sitting in that second spot. Back to live action. We'll get caught up with a 5.5 in a moment. Petersen. Great snap in the pocket on this inside corner. Pushing that fading rapid cut back, and just keep trimming. This left-hand sandbar just providing a lot of open face, even when it's down to about a half a foot. Still a lip line to work with, and she'll finish right on the sand. Last to Lakey Petersen here, Potts.
Nice turn off the top there to kick things off from Lakey. jams it in the pocket. Beautiful body rotation on that occasion. You can see her just keeping that board flowing, keeping those rails in the water, those fins engaged, keeping that back foot on the sweet spot. And Lakey is super fit, and you can tell she is just milking this one all the way through to the inside, needing a 4.1. Even when it's small, you still manage to get a lot of maneuvers in, Joe.
Almost like a little left-hand point break. Goofies love that, like Bronte Macaulay flowing down the line. Now out in front, not a whole lot left, so she's out. Her dad, Dave Macaulay, just picking up the Masters title over in the Azores. Former number 3 in the world.
And then Bronte snaps it off the top. Kind of got caught behind the white water just a little bit right here. And that's all she wrote, so she kicks out of that one. So Bronte with a 5.5 and a 4.67 currently has moved down into that 3rd spot.
Which gives world number 2, Peterson, in this heat a big opportunity to cover some ground and make things a little bit closer. Heading into the Beach Waver Pro in Maui. A couple of clean backhand turns for Coco Ho to make a messy looking wave look prettier there. 7.17s are high, still carrying that 3.5. So Coco's very close to Lakey's lead with 16 minutes to go.
She'll get on the ski, get herself out of that impact zone, into the channel, and get herself ready for the next wave.
Non-stop action. Bronte couldn't help herself. Just up and down, but she'll lose priority there. During the break, Bronte Macaulay took this wave, and it was an absolute gem, Potts.
Yeah, well, a big score for Bronte. Nice little jam in the pocket. She draws off the bottom. Another big snap in the pocket there from Bronte. Up and over the top. Talk about a sequence of radical turns and then back into the whitewater. This wave just kept giving, didn't it? And that's what you want. You want to find these little gems. Sometimes you take off on a wave not knowing what it's going to produce, and then all of a sudden, here we go. The highest score of the heat so far, 7.40.
Really impressed to see what Lakey Petersen's done this season on tour. So much improvement. Coming around the corner with Coco Ho. A lot of open face here to work with. One of the bigger sets that's just holding its size down the line. Now slamming on the brakes on this inside corner. We'll just chip away one more time and kick out. Her wave before was the 4.7. That's what she's trying to improve on to protect second from Bronte Macaulay. 12 minutes to go.
Let's have a look at Coco's wave here on the backhand. Nice opening maneuver from Coco. I love the way she takes her time, Joe. There's no hopping. She just takes her time, bends that back leg, and then springs into action. A couple of big turns from Coco. This is where it gets kind of tricky. Do you stick with it? Is it going to be worth it? Why not? Semi-point break wave here, and then decides to kick out of that one.
Setting this one up is Macaulay. She wants the lead off Coco. Little frontside wrap there for the Australian. She's over it. But unfortunately, this round has got her 5 times this season.
Yeah, you know what? It brings an added pressure, and I kind of like it. You know, it makes the surface step up a bit.
Peterson in motion. Getting a 6.54 here. Solid, powerful re-entry on the final maneuver. Lakey got here nice and early.
It's put a lot of emphasis on this round. Lakey Petersen, this was her last ride. Watch this last turn. Bang! Vertical snap.
The title race here at the Roxy Pro, so well prepared for this matchup. Puts in a lot of hard work. Coached by Mike Parsons. With 8 minutes to go, we'll see the roll in for the Hawaiian. Coco Ho up and out. Still sitting in first, 7.17, 6.17. It's really interesting how Courtney Conlogue sometimes has these injuries and then sometimes comes back at what would be one of the most dangerous world title spoilers. We'll get back to this one. Macaulay, quick jam off the lip, ton of speed. Wrapping cutback, goofy foot heaven right now with these lefts just running through. Full wrap off that lip section, and she'll keep that rail wet one more time and sink on the completion. Let's see what happened out the back here.
You know, a smaller wave, but you know what? Sometimes these are the ones. They kind of grow. They hit the bank nicely, and nice opening maneuver there for Bronte. Looking to replace a 5.5. Beautiful wrapping turn. I thought she might have made a mistake there, but back out on the open face, jamming it. And again, just a nice little swoop, bangs it off the white water. And are we going to give her that last maneuver? Right behind her, Coco Ho. Big vertical turn from Coco. Beautiful lip line float and goes down.
Then on the next one, just up and out.
I'm calling career form right now for Bronte. I mean, she's looking loose, she's looking good. Maybe her dad's win at the Azores has kind of rubbed off on her, but something's clicking right now with Bronte Macaulay.
But you think Courtney just coming back into the system, having a lower seed, could end up playing one of the biggest outcomes in the 2018 World Title race. Already has with Steph out of this event. 4:25 for Peterson to survive this heat and move on to the quarterfinals. She just had a big opportunity with Gilmore getting knocked in the last heat. She can share the Jeep Leaders jersey if she wins this event, but first she has to get to the quarterfinals. She's going to try to get there on this wave. Clean backside carve off the top. The wave gets a little bit sticky there, and she goes down. 2:25 remaining.
Let's have a look here and see what went wrong. Widens the stance, jams at first turn, look good. Looking sharp, caught a rail off the bottom, and that just wiped the speed off. Don't know whether that wave was going to give her the score. Lakey have to do to overcome Steph and win the world title.
I'm going to hang on to this wave real quick with 22 seconds to go. Going right real quick. Bronte Macaulay coming from deep on the left. She'll kick out as well. We'll close this one out. We'll dive into some scenarios for the final stop in the title race. Losing world number 1 in the last heat, and now the round 3, heat number 3. We see Lakey Petersen stuck in 3rd and knocked from the event. Macaulay and Coco Ho move on to the quarterfinals. And the top 2 surfers on the Jeep leaderboard out of the event here at the Roxy Pro France. The opportunity to move up closer to Gilmore slips away from the Californian.